While line haul rates have plummeted in the last 12 months, the driver shortage is still very real in this country. Now, we can argue about the causes of the shortage, but the reality is carriers are still struggling to find qualified drivers to fill positions. About 64,000 positions in 2023, according to the American Trucking Association. I'm Caroline, your trucking business professor here at the Bobtail Help Desk, and my goal is to help your trucking business thrive. If that sounds good to you, subscribe to our channel. Okay, so how can you find qualified drivers for your trucking business? Let's talk about it. Small fleets actually have some hiring advantages over larger fleets, namely company culture and values. When recruiting, you need to tackle these three main challenges: finding a pool of potential drivers, crafting an attractive job description, and offering competitive compensation. Let's start with where you can find drivers. First is to advertise your business on trucking job boards. Sites like CDL Life and Trucker Classifieds can be great places to start, but drivers also look on general job sites like Monster and Indeed. Next, consider third-party recruitment management systems. Softwares like DriverReach offer trucking companies digital human resource management platforms. This can help you cover everything from recruitment to driver compliance. Another option is a driver-specific temp agency. Staffing agencies like DriverSource and TransForce can help hire out available drivers to your company. And some temp drivers may be also looking for more permanent positions. You may have to pay an additional fee to the staffing agency in order to hire away the driver for your company on a permanent basis, but it might be worth it. Next is to connect with truck driving schools in your local area. Driving schools want their students to find jobs after graduation, and they partner with carriers to make that happen. Regardless of where you're advertising, make an effort to reach out to underrepresented groups in trucking, like women or veterans. If you're having a hard time filling positions in your company, reaching out to these groups is not just a nice thing to do, but it also makes good business sense. Organizations like Women in Trucking can help you with resources on how to do this. Another option is to use an online presence to attract drivers. Making content for Bobtail social media platforms, we get comments all the time from drivers looking for new jobs. So believe me, social media can work wonders. Okay, so now you know where to find drivers looking for jobs. What do you say to them? Remember, your company culture as a small carrier can be a big asset, but it only works if you advertise it. Do you have a family-like atmosphere where you provide lots of flexibility on routes and schedules? What about rider or pet-friendly policies? Share these perks when you're recruiting. Social media is also a great place to share your happy employees' experiences. Post videos or comments from drivers explaining what they like about driving for you. Next, when writing the job description, be as clear and thorough as possible. Good candidates will want to know what their potential employers expect of them. By sharing this information up front, you'll save a lot of time sifting through applications for people who really are looking for a different kind of position. Finally, let's talk about the elephant in the room: compensation. Whether you hire on a salary or a rate per mile, it's hard to hire without competitive wages. That said, base pay is not the only compensation that drivers are always looking for. Many small carriers attract plenty of new drivers just by being a great place to work. But also consider other forms of compensation. According to the US Census Bureau, about 15% of truck drivers don't have health insurance. Of course, health insurance is a pretty big cost for a small company, but it could be worth it because really experienced drivers, particularly people who are supporting families, this could be a deal breaker for them. Including paid sick leave can also help you stand out from the crowd. In 2022, just 43% of carriers offered drivers paid sick leave. Another piece of compensation, a retirement package. Retirement plans don't just encourage current employees to stay, they also can attract the more career-minded workers. Finally, if you can swing it, you might consider a sign-on bonus or a cash incentive. But be careful on this one. Sign-on bonuses may attract new drivers at first, but they may also encourage job hopping if your competitors are offering the same thing. In a perfect world, of course, we would all love to offer all of these things and more to our employees. At the same time, it has to make sense for your business. So make sure you can make good on all of these promised benefits before talking about them with potential candidates. Once you get drivers in the door, the most important thing you can do: pay them on time. One way to make sure that you always have cash on hand: Bobtail's factoring service. If you've watched our videos before, you know the drill. At Bobtail, we provide a hassle-free factoring service for truckers with no long-term contracts and no hidden fees. If you're interested in that and other financial products with Bobtail, visit our website, bobtail.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more trucking business insights. And join our Bobtail Help Desk Facebook group to get your questions answered by our team of experts. And I'll see you in the next video.